Hello, greetings family. How are you doing today? Once again, I'm here with you to share some basic tips, especially in this great business. For those of you that are yet to subscribe to follow me on this channel, I will advise you do so. Okay, subscribe so that you can get to know more on what we're talking about and how you can follow me on this channel. It will be a great deal if you will follow me. Okay, today I will be treating something very important. Okay, a topic that I refer to as a very important topic. Now, well, in this our business, Buena Vida business, you hear people tell you that they have been, on this business for months, for years, and truly they cannot say this is the much success they have made. Now, but most times you find out that either they are busy doing the wrong thing or they spend too much time on a particular thing that are not that productive. So that necessitated this topic I'll be treating today. Okay, the topic goes thus: show me your timetable, I will show you a La Buena Vida success. Okay, show me your timetable, I will show you a La Buena Vida success. So today I'll be sharing with us how to prepare an effective timetable for use even in our business. Okay, your timetable will determine the success you will get in this business. Now, I'll start by defining time, or looking at the word time. Time, of course, they say time is precious. Okay, that time is precious is a known fact. But how come we never have enough time to meet our goals when we want to most times? Now, the popular phrase today is, I am very busy, I don't have time. Now, yet the person that is telling you is very busy, don't have time, is broke. You begin to wonder, what are you actually busy doing? Because obviously you're broke. So what are you busy doing? Now, the truth is that such person has been hit by the bug known as lack of adequate time management bug. Okay, so that will be saying as we go on. Now, facts to note about time. What are the facts to note about time? Okay, these are the various things you need to consider when it comes to your timetable and preparing time to do things. Okay, don't start your day until you have it finished. What do I mean by that? Before you start a new day, you must have made your timetable, your plans for the day. Okay? For example, in our business, your sale meeting starts between 8 and 9 o'clock, or 7 and 8 o'clock, or 10 and 11 o'clock, depending on the agreement or the timetable your team have. So you say 9 to 10, sale meeting, 10 to 11, invitation call, 11 to 12, this. You must plan your day. You don't leave it vague. Okay, nature abhors vacuum. If you leave your time vacuum that you did not create what you're going to do, issues will come up. You will have activities that are not productive crop up and take up your time. So you discover that you waste the whole day. You get home or when you retire from the day and you begin to wonder, what happened? How did I spend this whole day? How did I spend my time? Because you truly cannot account for it, because you just finished an unproductive day because you did not plan the day. So don't start your day until you have it finished. So while you're preparing your timetable, plan your days. The number of hours in the day, the 24 hours, plan it effectively. Don't start your week until you have it finished. Don't start your week until you have it finished. Before you start a new week, plan it. This week is actually ending up, so by now you should begin to make preparation for the next week. So in your timetable, you must put in consideration how you're planning your week. Now, don't start your month until you have it finished. Okay? Don't start your month until you have it finished. And of course, don't start a new year until you have it finished. Okay? Work on yourself. Make sure you have planned what you're going to do for the next year. Of course, you don't just bump into the year, it's going to be my year of double somersaulting, double this, double that, and yet you did not plan any strategy or any timetable for the year. No, if you do that in La Buena Vida, you will fail. So plan your day, plan your week, plan your month, and then of course plan your year. Now, how to develop and implement an effective timetable. How do you develop and implement an effective timetable? Now, there are various steps to doing that, so I'll be sharing some of the steps as we go. Number one step is step down to easier goals. As you're preparing your timetable, you need to step down on easier goals. Now, don't be too ambitious in setting up timetable. Don't be too ambitious. You want to achieve a whole lot of things. Start small and increase as you begin to make progress. For example, sharing of questionnaire, which is of course a major way of growing prospect in our business. Sharing of questionnaire. Now, if you cannot share 10 questionnaires in a day because your neighbor or your friend can share 10 questionnaires, you go and put 10 questionnaires in your timetable. You don't have that capacity. You need to tell yourself the truth. Now, if it is only 5 questionnaires you can share 5 questionnaires. If you can only prospect 2 persons in a day, prospect 2 persons. But as you begin to improve, of course, you can now increase. That's number one. Number two, work smarter. Become more skillful. Okay? Work smarter, become more skillful. Develop your professional skills. It's not the number of hours you attribute to a particular task that matters. It's your efficiency in those tasks. And your efficiency is proportional to your skill level of that particular task. Okay? So develop your professional skills like prospecting, inviting, presentation, close down, follow up, or even starting up a new distributor, and of course, event promotion. Now, these are the skills. You must master them and then know how to apply them. Then, so that when you are applying into whatever the task you're doing it more tactically like a professional and not spend the whole day on such. Okay? I need you to know that. 3. Take charge. You must be in charge. You must be in charge of your business. It's either the business runs you or you run the business. Impose on yourself the responsibility of being in control of your business. Yes. Set up a timetable for yourself and be in control. I want to spend 1 hour on this. No Jupiter will change it. No distraction. Hey, please, I don't have time. Just let me finish what I'm doing. You are in control. You don't set up a timetable and back and forth, people toss you around. Then you're not ready. So you need to set up a timetable and be in control of your timetable, be in control of your business. That's when at the end of the day you can actually beat your chest that you have been productive for that day. So you must be in control. Number 4, reasonable time is enough time you need to achieve your goals. Reasonable time. Okay? Not the number of hours you put in that matters, but what you put into those hours that matters. Not the number of hours. You can spend 10 hours and do nonsense. And you can spend 30 minutes and get good result that some people will not put in 5 hours. So you need to work out your time and be sure that you are applying the time effectively and you don't waste precious time. Okay? Let's move on. Write down and prioritize your goals. Write down and prioritize your goals. Okay? Always consider goals according to order of importance. Always consider goals according to order of importance. Now, your goals must be time bound. You don't write goals and leave it open-ended. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to hit this target. I'm going to hit that target. And yes, you don't give it time. Okay? And then of course, you don't know you want to put first. There are certain goals you must achieve before you achieve the next one. For example, in our business, okay, you need to have enough time to prospect. Prospecting is key because our business is about showing people our opportunity. It is not electronics you show the opportunity. It is not cow, it's not dogs, it's human beings. So you must prospect human beings. So in planning your timetable, prioritize when to show human being. Give it time and give it energy. Now, then also, you need to also have the contact list And then the next thing is you must invite. Keep a time to invite enough prospects so they can see the presentation. Okay, so you must write it down and give it this order of importance so you can achieve your goal eventually. Number 6, often review your goals. Often review your goals. Now make sure you review your goals periodically. Make sure you review your goals periodically, okay? And know the extent that you are going. Review your goals periodically and know the extent you are going, and then the progress you're making. Now, if you become comfortable on a particular goal, you have become comfortable, it's a walk in the park. For example, you assign that you're going to be sharing 5 questionnaires every day, and of course, you're hitting that target. In 1 hour, you're already done. In 30 minutes, you have mastered the art of sharing questionnaire, and it has become easy. So what that means is that you need to step up that goal. You have become too comfortable in that goal. And when you become too comfortable at a particular level or at a particular stage or at a particular thing for too long, because you're too comfortable on that thing, you're no longer moving. There is nothing to challenge you. The next thing is that you start losing interest. And when you start losing interest in that thing, you start dropping. Okay? So you always need to upgrade yourself at every time. Now, if you are comfortable on that goal, review upwards and start a higher challenge. You're comfortable with 5, you can increase it to 8, you can increase it to 10 or 12. Okay, that way you're making progress. Or if you also realize that you're not comfortable with a particular goal you set for yourself, for example, you wanted to be doing 5 questionnaires every day. You have managed that for the first 1 month. You hardly could do 5. You managed to do 3, 2, 1, or even none at all. Okay, maybe because of your discipline or probably your time schedule. Now, what do you need to do? You need to review such goal downwards. What it means is that you cannot meet up that goal. So review downwards. You can bring it down to 2. You can bring it down to 3. Or at least at something that you can easily hit. Now, once you hit that new level, you can then upgrade again. So while you're doing your timetable, you need to review your activity daily, weekly, monthly, by 6 months, by 1 year, by 3 months. Just find a way to make sure you're reviewing what you're doing to know whether you're making the adequate progress or you are not making progress. Okay, that's about that. 7. Now, identify major and minor time. Learn to classify your time into major and minor time. Okay, don't major in minor things and don't minor in major things. Okay, now let me show you something to as minor time, things you should give minor time, things you should not spend so much time on. For example, in our business, now while you're preparing your timetable, you need to be considering these things. Okay, you want to set up a timetable for generating prospect. Now, writing contact lists or generating prospect lists, you now put 2 hours for now that is a waste of time. Okay, what do? Things like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, these things are minor time. Things like keeping books on prospect. Now, if you don't keep books on prospect, I think you need to start keeping books on every prospect. The discussion you had, the agreement you people had, the promises made, the promises you even made to the prospect, you must keep the book. Thinking about prospect, that's number 3. While you're thinking whether I should see this prospect, whether I should not see, whether I should visit or whether I should not visit, you need to put them down and attribute minor time to them. Now, visiting prospect. Okay, you need to visit a prospect and explain, just to find out courtesy visit. This one is not a normal visit, not a visit of presenting. No, just normal courtesy visit. Hey, I just want to check on you. How are you doing? How is your family? Fiam. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you're done. You move. Evaluating prospect. Okay, evaluate the activity and then know what to do, either to review upward or downward in area in them. Then the second one is major time, things you attribute major time to. Okay, now basically in this profession, the things you attribute major time is is when you are in the presence of a prospect. Okay, when you are in the presence of a prospect, this you need to give time. You want to visit a prospect, you want to show a prospect the plan, you want to run presentation, you want to do follow-up, you want to do close down, you need to give such adequate time. Okay, and while you're going to the prospect, you must have a clear-cut agenda of what you're discussing with the person. You don't come to a prospect front and begin to you should have okay, I wanted to say, okay, no, you must have it in bullet points. You must come well prepared, and you must be a master, or you must master your skills. Okay, the following should be mastered even before you go to a prospect present. Number one is your scripts. You must have rehearsed and mastered what you're going to say. Don't go into a prospect present and just be blabbing. No, you must have your script and you must master it. 2, presentation. You must know how to do a presentation well. You must know how to present your company opportunity. Okay? Within the short available time available, you must know how to present it properly. Then you must master the compensation plan. Master your company's compensation plan. Don't go there and do a guesswork. Okay, master the company products. You must be proficient in close down. You must know how to follow up properly. Okay, so give adequate time to things like this. And also, while you are at all of this, be sensitive also. Be sensitive and don't mistake movement for achievement. Okay, don't mistake movement for achievement, and don't make mistake also to refer to as courtesy. Now, when somebody is being courtesy, you now conclude that the person has consented to your plans. No. No, when someone is just making a courtesy, being courtesy or being cautious with you and just being nice and say, okay, well, it's a good plan. Well, let me think about it. I'll get back to you. He's just being cautious. So just put that into consideration and then know how to marshal out your next line of action, follow up, or more exposure. But when somebody gives you consent, like, okay, great, wow, well, I have a few things on my plate right now, just give me tomorrow, give me next tomorrow, I should be able, you said it's 44,000, okay, great, give me like 2 days, I will be able to do that. Now that such person has given you a consent. No, what you now do is note that date, the exact time, and then when that day comes, call the person. So these are things you spend major time on. Okay, you must be able to classify your major and minor time. Number 8, adequate concentrations. You must give your business adequate concentration. Now, save work for office and then save your relaxation for when you're at home. Now, like some of us will like, okay, you're on your way to office, and maybe one of the things in your timetable for that hour is maybe 1 or 2 things delayed you and you did not go to the office when you're supposed to go. But because you have on your timetable that you're going to start doing invitation call, and behold, you pick up your contact list and you start calling, start inviting people. Hello, my name is blah blah blah. I'm calling you from Buena Vida project office. Okay, you were highly recommended to us by so person. The normal invitation calls we make. Now, while that is going on, the person is hearing in the background of that call, along. You are in the public transport, or somebody is shouting, buy your pure water, but in the background. Meanwhile, you told the person that you are in the office. What do you think you're doing? At that point, the person is, these people are scam. What is he saying? Office, and I'm hearing such background. Okay, or you go to church, for example, those of us that go to church, or in your worship place. It is not time. Maybe your worship, your church service was supposed to start maybe 6 o'clock, and you happen to arrive there early by 5:30. Your plan is to use that 30 minutes to make calls before the church service starts, and you're sitting in the middle of the church, maybe at the back seat, and behold, you start making your call. I'm calling you from Buena Vida project office. Okay, and this one we highly recommended to us, and behold, the choir people are preparing for their meeting. the church service, and they are testing the microphone. Hallelujah, testing the microphone. And somebody is hearing it from the background, and you claim you are in the church. These things. So you need to learn to concentrate. When it is office time, keep the work for office. When it is time to relax or home time, don't do office work at home. Okay? You need to learn to concentrate and differentiate what to do. Now, number 9, all work is good. All work is good. Now, you don't have to have passion for every work or job given to you. No, you don't have to. No, I don't like this thing. I will not do it. No, it's not for me. You don't need to like it. What matters is that you are doing it and you master it properly, because that is where your daily bread comes in from. So you don't joke with it. I don't like this and I'm not doing it. Hunger will show you. For example, sharing of questionnaire or going out to prospect. Some of us hate it with a passion. But because that is the raw material you need for this business, to grow your business, you must prospect. You don't like sharing questionnaire, who cares? Go and share it so that you can get prospects that you will invite to see your opportunity. So you must prospect. Okay? You mustn't like it. The most important thing is that you're going to get result at the end of the day. So you must go ahead and do it. You don't have to like the job. All job is good as long as it brings food on your table. All legitimate job, I must say, is good as long as it will bring food on your table. So learn the job, master your skill so that you can perform. Number 10, learn to say no. You don't have to be that nice all the time and say yes to every request at the detriment of losing your own valuable time, just because you want to please everyone at the same time. Okay? You don't have to be that nice all the time. There are certain times you need to say no because you have your own schedule you have to keep to. So you need to learn to say no. Okay? But you need to be nice about it. Okay? You can use phrases like this. Okay? Like, just be cautious anyway. Be cautious about it. You can say things like, I don't think so, but if that changes, I will call you. I don't think so, but if that changes, I will call you. I don't think I can make it to that event. Okay, I'm a little bit occupied, but if I see some free space, I will come. I don't think I can visit today. Okay, I have a few things already. My plate is full, but if I see some space, I will come. So learn to say no, but say it nicely. Don't be rude about it. 11. Analyze yourself always. Know your strength and weakness. Cover your weakness at all times. Identifying things you don't do very well yourself and assign it to a more proficient or skillful person in that area, even if it's at a cost. Do it. Use that time for other things you are proficient at for overall best results. Okay, what do I mean by this? Now, you have so many things you want to do, but you're not good at doing all of them. Okay, don't waste your time and energy on those things that are your weakness, but rather try and cover them up. How do you cover them up? Delegate a more proficient person in that area to help you handle that aspect, so that at the end of the day you get a better result. Okay, not in the bid of you trying to do all things, you mess up the ones you're not good at. There are ones you're good at. Spend your time and energy and make sure they come out very well. Now, the ones you're not good at, also get somebody that is good at those things so that they can also work very well at it. So at the end of the day, you have overall good results. Be aware of telecommunication systems around us. Now, yes, we cannot do without our gadgets. Our gadgets plays a very vital role even in our business. Okay, if you're not online, if you're not engaging the social media in your business, you will struggle, because the social media has a lot of advantage, has a lot of opportunity to grow this business at a faster rate. Of course, the world has become a connected economy. And the highest place for that, the major playing field of the connected economy, is the social media. So you must learn how to master and navigate the social media. But what I must tell you is you must allot time. This same social media that can help you grow your business can also kill your business. What am I saying? You must allot time to what you do. You don't spend the whole day. For example, you're on a prospecting journey on social media, maybe on Facebook or Instagram. The next thing, you begin to flip through pages. You can flip on Facebook pages and the whole day will go and you will not achieve anything. So you must learn to be in control. Now, Jim Rohn said that let all communication systems serve you, but don't let them intrude. They should not intrude. There must be a time, there must be a limit. You know when to be on social media, you know when to use your gadgets, and you know when to not use. For example, learn to be in control of your phones and not your phones being in control of you. Now, and when it is family time, it is family time. Your gadget should not interfere. I wonder why some of us, you live in the same house and the only way you communicate is chatting. You're with somebody in the same house and the people are communicating by chat. That is absolutely wrong. Learn how to manage the social media. Learn how to manage your phone so that your phone does not manage you. Okay. Now we're moving into, this is 13. Okay. Now, be aware of time stealers. Okay? Be aware of time stealers. Things that will steal your time. Watch out for them. Now, your time is your capital. That I think I need you to know. Your time is your first and major capital. Okay? And must be used effectively. So, classify your time into serious time and casual time. Okay? And you can allow someone steal some of your casual time, but not your serious time. Okay? You must know what is serious time, things you should be doing on serious time. It could be, okay, maybe you want to, casual time could be when you want to relax, or you want to take a break, or you want to take a drink, or you take a snack. There you can enter into gist, and you can allow somebody to do that. But when it is serious time, now I'm spending 2 hours on making invitation call. Nobody should interfere. Within that 2 hours, even if somebody, no, please hold on, just give me time, let me finish this. So those are serious time. You don't allow to interfere. Now, number 14, learn to ask questions up front. Okay? Learn to ask questions up front. Now, people have fallen into the trap of assumption, especially in our business. Now, before you start a conversation, okay, learn to ask questions up front so that you don't waste your time. For example, in our BOM, now, different agents go out there and tell people different things, what they want to hear, what they don't want to hear. Now, people now come to our meetings, our BOM, with the notion, with a different concept from what La Buena Vida is all about. Now, you, the presenter, before you start your presentation, learn to ask questions upfront so that you don't waste your whole day. And you now hear people at the end of your meeting, they'll say, I thought they said they're going to give us money. You begin to wonder. So when you come into your presentation, what do? You start by asking them, after you have welcomed them, welcome everybody, good to have you around, great day, I suppose. Now, can someone tell us why we are here today? Okay, can someone volunteer why you are here and why you are invited? You ask, you now know. If you hear things you want to hear, you go ahead and continue. But if you hear things like they say we should come, they're going to give us loan, then of course you know that is not why we are here. We only show you a system or a business model to generate capital to fund your business or to fund your project. We show you our business model. We don't give loans, we don't give grants. So you need to correct that from the beginning so you don't waste your valuable time talking to somebody. So learn to ask questions of 15. Now learn to think on paper. Learn to think on paper. Now solve problems and set goals when you intend to achieve them, particularly concerning prospects and all of that. So you learn to write things down. You have an appointment with a prospect, you're having an engagement, even while you're talking with the prospect, and the prospect is making certain promises or is asking certain questions, you need to be putting them down. So you should have such books like a prospect book, where you keep track of appointments or promises and dates by the prospect. You have things like day timers that help you keep track of your appointments of the day, include the sell meetings, BOM, IPOs, and things like that. Then you must have a book for periodic game plan. Every team must have a game plan. Every group must have a game plan. In the next 3 months, we are going to do this. In the next 6 months, we are going to do this. You must have a book and keep record of your game plan so that you can evaluate at the end of the day how many people were able to meet the target, how many did not meet the target. You must always keep tab of these things. Then keep a journal for connecting good ideas. Some of us, our brain work like machine. You're generating ideas per second. Things are coming up. Hey, this could make sense. This could make sense. But because you don't put them on paper, you don't do proper follow up on them. Eventually, you lose those. I was thinking, no. But once you keep a journal, as these things are coming up, you're writing them down. Oh, I could do this, I could do this. You put them down. No matter how raw they appear, put them down on paper. Now, with time, as you keep moving, then you now begin to fine-tune them. I could do this way, 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 and all of that. So, learn to think on paper. Very important, okay? Learn to think on paper. Finally, according to Bill Belly's description of time, he said, life is not just passing of time. Life is a collection of experiences through frequency and their intensity. Okay? So what experience are you collecting in your business? What can you actually beat your chest after hearing all of this and say, I have been working very well, I have used my time well, okay? I've used my time well, yet I am not succeeding. Can you say that to yourself? Can you say that? If you cannot, then of course, it's all about lack of adequate time management bulb. Now, like I say, receive the vaccination. Now, obviously, time is your capital, and you need to learn how to spend it well. Don't run this business without a schedule. You will struggle. You're a human being, you're not an electronics, you're not a machine. What that means is that you have limitations. But if you work out a plan and work out a schedule to engage all time, to make sure you achieve your goals, of course you will hit the target. Okay? You can, by the time you're done with all of this, you can boldly say, yes, I put in my best. Of course, there is the God factor. But let the human factor, let your own factor not be the reason why the God factor will not give you your desired results. Eventually, we'll all get there. But you need to know that you're not wasting your time. You need to know that you are applying what you need to. You're using your time judiciously, that you're not wasting your resources called time. Okay? That's about all for now. Now, for those of you that have not subscribed, I kindly ask you to go and subscribe so that you can be part of what, as these trainings are coming out, our business, like I will always say, is knowledge-based. The more you learn, the more you earn. The more you understand this business, the more rewarding it becomes. And the only way you can understand that is by attending to trainings like this. It's by reading, it's by personal development. Okay? It's by personal development. I will be bringing a lot of that on this channel. So subscribe so that you get firsthand as they come. Okay? Go down there, subscribe, share with your teammates, run it as a training with your teammates, and all of that. Okay? God bless you all. See you next time. Bye.